Now at 5 o'clock, strong winds have caused some damage in parts of Leslie County. We'll take a look at the cleanup.
And we're tracking the investigation this morning into a stabbing in Lexington. Police say they think the two men involved know each other.
And the movie The Interview is finally making its debut in select theaters and online.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Mark Barber.
And I'm Whitney Wetzel. It is Thursday, December 25th. Almost forgot, but how could I? It's Christmas Day.
Yeah, waking up to a chilly Christmas morning outside.
A little bit, but there's no white stuff out there.
Yeah, well, will we have any chance of seeing more white today? We'll check with Micah Harris.
You know, it looks like it. I don't see much outside. It's a little light stuff here and there. But as we go through time, we'll continue to move that stuff on out. So all in all, it's really not that bad of a day. We got Mark and Whitney in here, and yeah, they're on the morning crew. You know who they are. But, you know, getting Bill off and also Rebecca off. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. First Alert Defender, live radar. There's your shot outside. Like I said, it's not much. It's very widespread, but it's very light here and there. So you get a wintry mix. Some are seeing flakes. Some are seeing a few raindrops, unfortunately. Temperatures are there in the 30s, and it's not really that cold. So roadway issues, none are there. And as we go through today's forecast, we're sitting right there in the lower 40s. By the afternoon, get rid of this morning mix. Afternoon, maybe even seeing some peaks of sunshine as we go through time. Now, going off towards your weekend, we get more rain in here, maybe a little bit more snow as we head off toward next week. And I'll show you that forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
All right, thank you, Micah. New this morning, part of Old Richmond Road is still closed after a late-night wreck.
The crash happened on Old Richmond Road around 10:30 last night. Lexington police say the vehicle ran off the road and struck a utility pole. They've closed that road as Kentucky Utilities works to fix the pole there. They expect it to be back open around 7 or 8 o'clock this morning. The driver was taken to the hospital. Police say he had non-life-threatening injuries. They're still investigating why he ran off that road.
Strong winds caused damage in parts of eastern Kentucky on Christmas Eve. In Leslie County, a family says the winds pushed their home off its foundation. The man was inside at the time, but he was not hurt. We're told his family helped him escape from the damaged home.
And I ended up having to pry the door open with a crowbar.
What did you see when you first walked in?
Everything laid over to the side, a mess. And then I heard him holler at his daughter, and he was at the front door trying to crawl out.
His family says they don't know how much it will cost to repair the damage, but they say they're just thankful no one was hurt.
Well, there is a blizzard warning in effect this Christmas for a place you wouldn't exactly expect, Hawaii. That's right, the two highest mountain peaks on the Big Island will see a white Christmas this year. They're expecting strong winds and snow with visibility just under a quarter mile. The Weather Channel is predicting they'll get snowfall totals up to 8 inches. Local authorities there shut down roads leading to the summits yesterday.
We're tracking the investigation this morning into a stabbing outside a Lexington home. It happened around 6:30 last night along Whitney Woods Place off of Hillrise Drive. Lexington police say two men got into a fight and one stabbed the other. They say the victim was taken to UK hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. They say the suspect ran off and they're still looking for him. Police think the two men likely knew each other.
A controversial film, The Interview, will be shown in select theaters today after originally being pulled by Sony last week. The movie is about a plot to kill North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un. Some independent theaters said they wanted to show the movie despite threats against the U.S., and Sony agreed, granting permission to more than 200 theaters. Managers of the theaters of Georgetown tell us they plan to show the movie on Christmas Day at 3, 5:30, 8, and 10:30 tonight.
A Laurel County man is facing charges this morning after police say he crashed his car and injured a passenger. 30-year-old Matthew Storms is charged with DUI and reckless driving. Deputies say Storms' car ran off of Tomcat Trail Tuesday afternoon and flipped over in an embankment. We're told Storms was driving under the influence. Deputies say a woman who was in the car with him was seriously injured.
Well, on the eve of Christmas, a Lexington church opened its doors to some folks who don't have a home.
Yeah, volunteers at Christ Church Cathedral fed homeless men as a part of their Room in the End program. As Jerica Insko tells us, volunteers just wanted to share the spirit of the season.
Not everyone has a family to go home to or a home at all. One program is doing what it can to spread some Christmas cheer to those who are less fortunate. Room in the Inn has been around for 11 years in Lexington, and not only on Christmas do they feed and shelter these 28 men in the program. More than 24 churches participate all winter long.
At the end of the year, they'll come up to us and ask us, why do you all do this? And we'll say, just simply because we love you.
On Wednesday night, Christ Church Cathedral served those men Christmas Eve dinner.
I enjoy it. I really enjoy putting my elbows next to theirs.
Some are new and others are returning to the program. It's a way to get these men off the streets, into church, and back on their feet.
That's where my heart is, seriously. They're all my brothers. I call them my homeless brothers.
Without a home, they don't have anywhere else to be on Christmas.
They all are just like you and I, thin line on what side we're on.
Nowhere to be but right here. And since it's the season of hope and giving, that's all these volunteers want to do. These guys inside also get a warm breakfast Christmas morning and a sack lunch to take with them. In Lexington, Jerica Insko, WKYT.
26 Lexington churches participated, giving these men all the comforts of home one night a week. Now, Santa Claus is still making his annual trip around the globe this Christmas Day. You can track his entire trip online. Right now, he's over the Pacific Ocean. And as always, volunteers with the North American Airspace Defense Command, or NORAD, will monitor Santa's journey. They will also spend Christmas Eve answering phone calls and emails from children asking about Santa. You'll be able to track Santa online by going to WKYT.com.
And while you can watch WKYT this morning, we won't be back on the air again until 5 this evening. That way we can give our employees some time to spend with our families on this Christmas Day. Instead, you can watch the beloved Christmas Story episode of The Andy Griffith Show, starting at 10 o'clock this morning, and then you can watch the All-Tech Holiday Celebration of Song at noon. Lastly, you can watch Behind the Lens at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and that'll be a look at some of WKYT's stories that shaped 2014.